Hi all and welcome back to my channel. My name's Davis and on this channel I talk about all things technology. And today, as you might be able to see, I have the brand new Samsung Galaxy Flip. But if you pay closer attention, you might be able to tell that it's not the Galaxy Flip at all, because it's actually the model Flijo 4. At first I thought that this could be Flip in a different language. It probably isn't, but who knows. So today we shall be unboxing this $50 fake Samsung that I got from Alibaba, and we'll see if it's actually worth buying or not. Hint hint, I'm assuming that it's probably not worth buying at all. And on that note, if you enjoy content like this, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and also to give this video a like if you haven't done so yet. And also, this video is brought to you by PureVPN. Recently I was on holiday and I really wanted to watch the F1, but unfortunately my streaming service only worked in Australia. So everyone decided to watch with me because I had a VPN service on my phone, so I can watch it everywhere. And PureVPN is currently having an insane sale. If you go for the 2-year Pure Max plan, you can get 84% off. 84, that is ridiculous. And in addition to that, you get 5 months for free. With the Max plan, not only are you getting one of the best and most reliable VPN services out there, but you also get a secure password manager too, end-to-end file encryption, and also a personal privacy manager, all for just $3.29 a month. There's a link in my bio if you want to check it out. And if you do, you will still be able to access all of your content while traveling. So let's take a look at the box. So on the front, it looks very similar to the genuine Samsung box, so it could genuinely fool a few people, I'm sure. On the side, as we saw before, it's got the model name, and on the back it says model Flijo 4. And most interestingly, it mentions that it supports 4 SIM cards. Whether or not this means it's got 4 SIM card slots, or if it's just compatible with a few different sizes, we'll see. I have found out that this phone only supports 2G, so unfortunately you can't actually use it as a phone in most Western nations, including Australia, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we shall proceed. Inside the box, it claims that it's got a phone, battery, and other accessories, I'm sure. It also mentions it's got a 2.6-inch LCD display. Now that's a little bit smaller than the genuine phone. I believe it's a 5.8 or something like that inch display, or 6.1. I don't know. The second biggest feature it claims is that it's got a torch. Now it's a little bit suspect that the torch is the second biggest feature, but nonetheless, we shall continue. We've also got music. So hopefully it does have a speaker and a music app that we can try out. It's got a camera. From what from my research, it's got a 0.1 megapixel camera, so that will be awfully exciting to try out. It's got an FM radio as well, which is something that most smartphones don't have. I don't think the genuine phone has an FM radio either. And it's got a 180-degree fold pocket. Whatever that entails. And you've got all the different colors over here. Let's see which color I got. 3, 2, 1, and it is the blue one. Yep, this is inspired, I think, by the Galaxy Flip 4. So the previous generation one, you've got this lovely two-tone design. You've got a speaker hole over here. You've got what looks like a ringer switch over here. And then, are we ready to see the inside? Oh my god, you could definitely fool people into thinking that it's a real Galaxy Flip, can't you? It looks absolutely hilarious. It actually reminds me of those toy phones that you could get your kid back in the day. And the build quality very much feels that way too. It says foldable phone over here. Guess that is technically true. And then we've got all of the specifications that we've mentioned earlier here as well. One thing that has made me a little bit impressed is that it's got a USB-C port on the bottom. USB-C! I would have expected micro USB or something like that. So that is genuinely very cool. And it closes with a lovely snap. It's actually like a really, it's really satisfying. It feels snappier than the real phone. It's properly spring-loaded. That feels very impressive. Let's see what else is inside the box. And Just like the real phone, there is only a charging cable. There is no power brick at all. So yeah, it's very genuine. I wonder how the phone is like to use though. Let's find out. So let's peel this sticker. Ooh, Flijo 4. And let's turn it on. The screen is on. Okay, while we wait for it to turn on, oh, it says welcome. That is the worst but loudest sounding speaker I've ever heard. So pretty impressed. So first thing that comes up is insert SIM 4 times. Okay, this makes me a little bit confused. Are there 4 SIM card slots? Let's take a look inside. Does the back cover come off? There's a little slot over here, which I'm guessing is for your finger. And the back cover is coming off. 4 SIM card slots. That is absolutely insane. 4 of them. Wow. This is the most SIM card slots I've ever seen on any phone. Unfortunately, as I did say before, it only supports 2G. So completely useless as well. Let's put the cover back on. As you can see, there's no charging coil. There's no wireless charging on this. So that's just like the Oppo flip phone then as well. So yeah, I can't put the back cover on properly. It's quite difficult. I feel like I'm gonna break it, which I guess isn't the worst thing, but I haven't finished making all my videos on this yet. There we go, the back cover's back on. And also, let's just note the quality of this plastic chrome. While it feels very cheap and nasty, it definitely does look quite remarkably premium. Okay, so let's see what the interface is like. As we can see, there are no SIM cards. There's no network for any of the SIM cards. It's very proud that it's got 4 SIM card slots. You've got this hideous font over here. And let's try navigating the menu. That's this button over here. And then we've got a list of apps. Firstly, this is the ugliest screen that I've ever had the misfortune to look at. So this interface does look like it was designed relatively recently. It looks a little bit like the interface that you find on some Nokia feature phones recently. And this D-pad is very flat. It reminds me a little bit of the original Motorola Razr. Like you really didn't know what you were clicking on. But yeah, so let's have a look at some of the apps. So the first one that we've got is a file manager. And inside that, we've got phone. We've got an animation thing. There's no files on this phone. So, but I do have to say that the interface is remarkably quick. It's like I click on something and it responds instantly. So performance is definitely not a problem. I've got no contacts to speak of, unfortunately, just like on my real phone. Here is the Call Logs app. I am honestly astonished by how nicely and how quickly it responds. Even the buttons, despite being very flat and gummy, are quite clicky. Okay, let's have a look at the audio player. Again, it's completely empty, but the interface does look relatively useful, like relatively easy to use. Let's look at the messages. Let's pretend to write a message. I've never really used a T9 keyboard ever, so let's see how that turns out. Let's try writing hi. This. Okay, it doesn't seem to have predictive text, but actually that is surprisingly usable. We've actually got different input methods, so okay, that's just languages. I have to say, this is remarkably nice to use. Obviously, it's very basic, but I am actually quite impressed. Let's go on. Let's see the multimedia app. So we can view all the photos. Okay, it will make sense if we take some photos first. So let's remind ourselves, this is a Motorola Razr from 2004, and it had a VGA camera. So that's roughly 0.3 megapixels. And over here we can see that it's got, oh, look at that. It's got little notification lights. That's quite cool actually. Over here we can see that it's got two holes, two camera bumps that are quite big. They could fit quite a decent camera in there. But alas, it's only got one 0.1 megapixel camera. Where do you even find a 0.1 megapixel camera in 2023? It is ridiculous. But let's see how it looks. And oh my God, that is quite possibly the nastiest thing I've ever seen. That is actually kind of hilarious. It reminds me of all of the videos, all the photos. Okay, I've run out of memory. After one picture, I've run out of memory. Let me pretend to take a selfie. But it has run out of memory. So that's why it's 0.1 megapixels. It doesn't have any storage. Does it have any SD card expansion? So we've got space of 4 SIM cards, but there's no space for SD card expansion. That's very odd. But I guess that would practically make this unusable then, if you can only store one photo. Okay, so it's 240 by 240. Oh, it goes up to 320 by 240. Wow. Image quality, you've got low, normal, and good. So let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Wow. But again, no memory. And then obviously we've got a video camera as well. And although we won't be able, so there is a memory card somewhere. Where is the memory card? It says memory card removed, use phone. But you can sort of get an idea of the quality from that. I'm just wondering if perhaps there is a memory card slot here. Okay, it might actually be somewhere here. Do I have a spare memory card? Dennis, my camera person today, unfortunately he's not in front of camera, has found a 128 gig micro SD. Let's see if it fits. So my theory is that it goes into this slot over here, and let's pop it in. It doesn't fit. Where is the memory card? Oh, wait, that should be memory card, right? So that does look like a memory card slot. So let's try popping it in. So I think the memory card only goes in like a little bit. I think that's as far as it can go. But let's see if that works. Menu, camera. Let's try taking selfie. Not enough memory. I'm going to go to storage, memory card removed. So the memory card's not in there apparently. Okay, I've popped it in the other way. Let's see. So unfortunately, we could not find a way to make a micro SD card work. So let's take a look at the one picture that we managed to take with the internal memory. We go into multimedia, image viewer, and here is our picture. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Honestly, this would have looked very out of place in 2004, yet alone almost 2024. But this is the state of the world at the moment. We've also got an app called Tools. Let's see what's in there. We've got an alarm, calculator, calendar, clock, battery saver mode, because obviously we need battery saver mode here. And on the second page, we have user profiles, fun and games, services, STK, Bluetooth, FM radio, Facebook, Opera Mini, and WhatsApp. Are we for real here? Let's try Facebook. Oh, it's not available. Probably because we've got no data or internet or anything. Same with Opera Mini and WhatsApp. I'm just guessing that these are placeholder apps that actually don't do anything, but that is just my theory right now. Okay, so this is your SIM card manager, up to 4 SIM card slots. We've got Bluetooth over here. We can we might be able to actually connect to stuff, but I won't bother now. Let's try out the FM radio. What's a good station, Dennis? That actually sounds remarkably good. I could actually imagine myself, perhaps not listening to that radio station, but another one for a prolonged amount of time. Let's try another one. Wait, 106.5 is one, right? Wow, that speaker is god-awful, but I can actually imagine listening to a podcast or maybe like a radio show with that speaker. It's definitely listenable. And I'm just noticing as well, there is no 3.5mm jack, so a little bit like the real phone as well. Okay, so this is the most impressive part of the phone so far, the actual radio. So well done to Flijo for that. Let's check out, finally, services. So we've got internet. Apparently, but we can't test it because we've got no internet. Fun and games, we've got Snake. Let's try Snake. Let's start a level. Okay, this is formatted terribly. That is so small. Who thought that was a good idea? We've got like a tiny 2.6-inch screen. I couldn't even get one. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that's the first one. Fantastic. Yeah, I can say you can definitely spend some time doing this, but this is terrible. And I've saved the best thing for last though, because on the side there does appear to be a ringer switch, but when you select it, the phone doesn't go on silent. Rather, it's got a torch. You use this switch to turn the torch on and off. Isn't that insane? That is definitely one of the features. Okay, and that is my tour of the Flijo 4 phone with digital audio MPEG 4. Below in the description, I've got a link where you can actually buy the real phone if you do fancy yourself a Galaxy Flip 4. Unfortunately, Samsung hasn't given me one, so this is the closest I can get to it. If you haven't done so yet, you can like, subscribe, and comment. Links to Pure VPN are also down over there if you want to help me out. And on that note, hope you are having a lovely week, and toodaloo.